Hi everyone, I'm currently in China, and for this video I thought I would do something a bit different. I thought I'll take you on a street photography expedition through the streets of Chongqing and also Chengdu in the heart of the Sichuan province in China through the lens of my 35mm Leica rangefinder. If you are new to this channel, I am a branded impact documentary storyteller. I focus predominantly within the impact and purpose-led space. And this channel is all things for the process of making branded documentaries and how to make an impact through storytelling. I have been shooting street photography for a very long time, for about 15-20 years. And it is where I fell in love with photography and where I learned and honed my skills as a photographer and as a storyteller. And while I don't get to do a lot of still photography these days, as I'm so focused more on the video side of things, I think it's still a very important skill to have or to continue to practice, because it allows you to learn how to capture a story in one frame, or to compose a series of images together in order to get coverage to tell stories just in a sequence of a few different frames. And it also teaches you how to expose correctly, and also work with natural light, and also get the composition in a very quick amount of time, because you really have to be intuitive and to feel the environment around you, and always to be thinking ahead and to be seeing in a certain way. And the third thing is street photography helps you to get confident and comfortable with being around people, connecting with people, as there's a lot of situations where you need to be up close with them in order to be able to capture them or to tell their story. So on that note, enough talking. I'm looking forward to now taking you through the streets of China as we do some street photography. Okay, there's someone here that I want making the noodles. Gonna shoot a still. So this is a situation where you could ask them, and I think they'll be pretty okay with you shooting them. 先生可唔可以 take 影個相？So this situation with her coming in is quite interesting, with a different perspective, and I'm underexposed. And just shoot dirty. Shoot dirty. Quite good. So it's early morning right now, and the market is opening up, or the market's been open for a while, I guess, and you can see people here now doing their morning shop. So this is a typical Chinese wet market where they sell fresh fruits and produce, chicken, meats, ducks, seafood, vegetables, and it all comes from, I guess, the farms early in the mornings. So it's all very fresh. So just gonna take a walk through and see what we could get. It's always interesting in the mornings because the light usually is nicer before the sun rises up to the top. And yeah, it's just always more interesting scenes in the mornings because you get the real authenticness of the locals and their local culture, especially in the markets, because this is where the locals come and shop. All right, we're going to take a walk. A lot of little cats. It's a very endearing scene of a man with a cat. Let's see if we can get a nice shot here. Now. Beautiful.
我喜欢这玩意儿的。
廣東話唔識佢。對。So man, the veggies. Let's see if we can get him. It's a bit tight. So a lot of the times, as you're doing street photography, it's always a waiting game. You see something interesting, and then you kind of just wait. You try to snap some shots of while you see it if the opportunity is right, but a lot of the times is you got to wait for the right moment. So I'm hoping that he's gonna get up and start walking through the market. I think that's a better shot. And I'm just looking at where the lighting is the best. It's nice to get some backlight behind him. Oh, so he's left his stall. I guess that's where his setup space. Maybe I can get these two guys together. It would be kind of cool. They're two shopkeepers. They're gonna start looking at me in a second, which is what I want. So I think it'll be a more interesting shot if they did do that. So what's really interesting here is the ducks. And what I'm trying to do is, while the ducks are interesting, I want to get a shot of the duck cellar in the background, also while having the ducks in the foreground to add more context. So basically I set up the shot and just wait for him to come out while just pretending to shoot the ducks. And I'll shoot a few frames just so. There we go. Here we go. This is a great shot. Alright. And then a noodle guy coming by. Okay, moving on. This guy with the cigarette. So interesting with the cigarette. Let's see if we can get him. I'm gonna wait for him to turn and look at me. There we go. So now I'm gonna shoot a photo with my stills camera. Just get a nice crop where using the rules of third, getting nice composition with the sky in the top third and then the buildings and the trees on the bottom third. I think that'll be pretty nice. And also do the same thing with the cars. So basically I have the sky top third and then the cars in the building, cars moving in the building on the bottom third, just getting it all nice and composed and in focus and shoot. I usually lower my exposure by 1 stop. I always find that you get a richer image when you do that. I like the bridge. The most interesting part, why this is actually interesting for me, is actually the kind of mysterious feel to it. And then you have the contrasting of the buildings and the red in the bridge. And the contrast buildings, which look quite old, which I really love. I feel like this is the types of buildings you can only really see in this part of China, and then you also see this across like kind of Russia and Siberia as well. I think it's got that feel to it. It's quite interesting. And I like having the trees in the background as well, or the foreground, just the green to give it a little bit more of that contrast, because the green kind of just takes over a big chunk of the photo, and then you've got the lighter color behind it, which I think is quite interesting. All right, everyone, that is a wrap for the street photography expedition through the streets of China. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love exploring the streets and experiencing the culture and the people through my lens, through my camera. If you liked this video, I hope you resonated with it. And if you did, I would love it. And please do me a favor by liking and subscribing. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one.